Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio. I'm in what's going to be the new control room for the new studio here, and today we're working on the studio again. We're going to try and get some bass trapping up here above the console. I don't know if you can see that in this shot, but there's going to be some bass trapping going up there so that then I can permanently mount the shelf from the last video, and then I can put the console back together. We're also going to start painting the walls in the new live room today. I have some rigid fiberglass insulation. I'm going to try and make a bass trap to go above the console. Measuring rigid fiberglass insulation. To cut it to the right length.
A little small one right there.
That works.
And then what do you do? You just get what? No, that was totally off.
So what we did is we took some of this rigid fiberglass insulation and we cut it into strips the right width to go in the corner between the wall and the ceiling above the console. We beveled this edge when we cut it at like a 45-degree angle. Then we have to wrap these with fabric so that they'll look nice when we put them up there. So it'll give us a little bit of corner bass trap. It'll cover that ugly gap there above the console, make it look nicer, and probably provide a little bit of bass trapping. This is not a video about how to build acoustic panels. This is just kind of our way of doing it because we have to do it really cheap and fast. So we've got some rigid fiberglass. We're going to wrap it in some fabric. It's pretty good. Does that look okay?
Yeah.
And then over here we need about like that much. Just about that much. Hopefully it's kind of got messed up. But it might work because I can slide it that way. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So all we did was take this rigid fiberglass insulation and we cut it wide enough to go up between the ceiling and the wall. And we covered it with fabric and just used duct tape to pull the fabric tight on the insulation. Yeah, it's not that neat on the back, but you're not going to see the back because it's going to go up here along that crack. So we've got a little bit of bass trapping in the corners and we're going to cover where that foam insulation sticking out, so it'll look nice. So there's little bass trap panels for the corners up here. Covered them with some fabric, and now we're gonna stick them up there with double-sided tape. And I still have quite a bit more fabric left, so I can make some more sound-absorbing panels. It's looking pretty good. It's a nice little bass trap attached to the ceiling.
One more spot.
It's gonna,
Here somewhere?
Yeah.
Round up here be good?
Yeah, it looks good. But probably where it's the tallest.
that looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, good work.
Yeah, it's just gonna work.
Yeah, it's.
It's not gonna stay there.
That
We'll
looks
fix that
good.
later.
That looks pretty darn good.
So now we have a little bit of a corner bass trap up there. That looks a lot better than it did with the gap and the insulation poking out. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Little bass trap and kind of some trim to make it look nice. There's a little gap over there. I might have to fix that. Next, I'm going to have to do the same thing over here on the opposite side of the control room across from the console to cover this ugly crack. But for today, I wanted to get the one above the console done so I can go ahead and put the console back together. Here's the new live room, and it's kind of a mess. So we're going to have to move a lot of this in order to paint these OSB wooden walls here. All this stuff is just crammed in this room because I really have nowhere else to put it. So I'm really hoping to get this studio finished quickly. This is the flooring that I've used in the control room and is going into this new live room. This is Pergo Simple Renovations flooring. I've got a lot of it. All that is going in this new live tracking room. But I gotta paint it first, because there's no reason to paint the walls when the new floor is not put in, because if I paint the walls after I put the flooring in, then I have to put drop cloths down and try not to get paint on the brand new floor. So we're just gonna paint the room first. Now we're making a mess because we're getting ready to paint this room, paint all this OSB. Got a lot of progress happening on painting in here in the live room now. There's my dad over there painting the wall. We still got some to do behind all this, but it's getting there. And it's a pretty light green color. Not bad. The new live room from the other direction, facing the other way in the room. The freshly painted walls. Got to put all of the outlet covers and stuff back up. So we got good solid OSB walls with mineral fiber insulation behind them. So whatever drum noise and guitar amp noise that I create in this room, hopefully will not disturb the neighbors or my wife. Today we got a little bit of a bass trap put up here that also hides the ugly seam with the insulation sticking out, and we got most of the tracking room painted except for a couple spots that we couldn't get to, and we'll have to come back and finish that. I'm going to do some more bass traps like this on the other side of the room at a different time, but I wanted to get this side done first so I can go ahead and finish mounting this shelf for the monitors, and I can put the console back together finally. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope everyone out there has an excellent and wonderful day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond, whatever it is you're having. Have a good one. And this room needs more treatment. Yeah, it works a little bit, but it needs a little bit more treatment.